just going back to the title insurance. So
Mhm.
when we are looking at the representative agreement
Yeah.
and where there's no RPR included, and we have to, make a line through that statement there that's
Mhm.
saying that there's no RPR. So when there's
Yeah.
no RPR, my understanding was that when there's no RPR, then doesn't the seller
Yeah.
have to get the title insurance for the buyer or no?
They don't have to, but they
Okay.
generally, many times they will, right? Because otherwise, buyer will be on the hook, right? And this is where, in order to help facilitate the sale, the seller will offer to pay for title insurance. So when they are paying for the title insurance, they're paying for homeowner's policy, right?
So how long
So
is the
if
title insurance,
it's
for how long of a period is
for
it
as
paid
long
for?
as the property is under that buyer's name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a one-time payment. So if the buyer stays in there for 2 years, its coverage is for 2 years. If they stay in for 10 years, then it covers them for 10 years. So it's basically for as long as it's a one-time fee that covers them, right? But again, so one thing to understand there is when the seller is paying for buyer's insurance, they're only paying for the homeowner policy. If the buyer has a mortgage on the property, the lender will also require them to buy the lender policy for title insurance. So there's two types of policies. So seller will cover just to do with the homeowner, right? So in case there's compliance issues, in case there's sort of defects and things like that, right? So those will be covered in that homeowner's policy.
So the title insurance, like I get the fact of like when the seller, so like not always, but you're saying that when the seller wants to put a title insurance on with the buyer. So
Yeah.
let's say the buyer's at the property for 10 years, then they have title insurance for that 10 years?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. I
Yeah.
understood the opposite. That's why I'm clarifying. So I thought it was okay.
No, it's just a one-time fee that basically covers you then for as long as the buyer has the house.